My name's Cole Dutton. I'm the General Manager here in WA for Stockland. The property industry in Australia is worth $7 trillion. That's bigger than the share market, which is around $2 trillion. Here in WA, we have more than 200,000 people directly employed in property. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. There are so many roles and professions in the property industry. We have planners, engineers, project managers, marketing, sales, leasing. We have all sorts of people involved in making this place a fantastic place for people to live and dwell. There's something for you. Elizabeth Quay is a great example of how a project or a community comes together. All sorts of people and professions come together to create one single thing.
When planning Elizabeth Quay is really about the end user, around the customers. Who's going to be using this space at the end of the day? Who's going to work there? Who's going to live there? Who's going to play and drink and eat there? And it has to work all together in an integrated manner. Creating communities is all about housing, parks, shopping centres, jobs, everything that is to do with how you live, work and play. We look at how we design all of that and bring that together into one big master plan community, and then we actually go out and build it.
The main jobs for us would have been, we sold 2 lots down at Elizabeth Quay. We sold for 85 million. When I first got into this job, I really enjoyed sort of learning about the industry, mainly just sort of meeting people and working on so many different projects. So essentially, I'm working on behalf of both buyers and sellers and listing commercial properties, taking them to the market and then sell the properties. Property and sales specifically as something that I could really get my teeth into and sort of make a return a lot quicker. I guess that when I was finishing up uni, having worked at Colliers for 6 years and studied law and commerce for 6 years, I was trying to work out sort of where I wanted to go. Being based in the city and working with such a great group of friends, I'm not sort of cooped up in the office. I'm out on the road a lot, going to properties, going to coffee meetings, going to client events. So I'm really glad that I ended up here.
How we would fit in with Elizabeth Quay is Prime West would ultimately own the finished product. So the restaurants that you would eat in and the offices that you work in and the hotels that you stay in, they would be managed by us. Prime West is a landlord, so we own lots of buildings around Australia and the US. I'm in the capital transactions team. Part of my role is looking at buildings to buy and whether or not we pursue them or we let them pass. When I was doing the property degree, I wanted to do the valuations because it's the best foundation and I thought that was going to be the best platform.
I was wanting to be an accountant because I liked maths at school, and then over time I've gradually understood what it is that I want to do, which is project management. But when I left school I had no idea. I'm an associate director at Knight Frank in the project management and building consultancy team. So my qualification in England allowed me to also get a job in Australia, designing and estimating of modular construction. So my favourite part of my job as a project manager is just speaking with people. I like to communicate. My job basically means that I need to try and get the best out of everyone that's on my team to achieve a common goal. Someone wants something to be built, and I manage the whole process to ensure that what they want to be built is built.
So some people think that marketing is just putting an ad in the newspaper, but marketing is so much more than that. It can be everything. So a precinct like Elizabeth Quay is really exciting. So we'd be involved in the marketing to attract buyers to purchase the land. We'd be advertising to tenants to move into the buildings that are developed. And finally to the general public, to advertising and encouraging you to come down to eat, drink and play here. Marketing is a really broad role. There is such a range of jobs when you're a marketing manager within the property industry.
I've started travelling a lot with my job just to go over to sort of Melbourne and Sydney and meet with a lot of the big institutional owners that are based over there.
The thing that surprised me about the property industry was how many different jobs there were that came together to actually then develop the project.
What surprised me about being a project manager and working in property is, I guess, how many friends you can make.
And it's fun and flexible. You can make a lot of money.
My advice to anyone that's considering a job in the property industry is to actually just do it. Give it a go.
Elizabeth Quay is a great example of how a project or a community comes together. All sorts of people and professions come together to create one single thing.